Yeah, I know we have a good couple years before we actually get to this movie, but there are already reports on the story for Sonic 4. So if you're interested in the plot, if you're interested in spoilers, stick around in this video. We're going to be covering it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let me take you over to this post over here by Screen Time. Sonic 4 will reportedly feature time travel elements. Okay, this is a very, very interesting storyline because a lot of people are worried about this. A lot of people are saying, oh no, they're doing the MCU, they're doing the time travel thing, they're doing the multiverse, but where my brain immediately went, and I would imagine your brain did the same thing, is if you're a Sonic fan, you think Silver. Something that was pointed out that for some reason didn't cross my mind is Sonic CD. I would imagine now that's going to be the case because we have Amy and we have Metal Sonic. And we know that the people making these movies are very, very educated on the games. The people behind these movies and behind the storyline, behind everything to do with this movie, have been fans of Sonic. They have been playing Sonic games since probably they were kids, and it's very evident with the way and the care and the passion that they create these projects with. So I'm sorry to say it to all the Silver fans. I'm sorry to say it to the Sonic 06 fans, but to be honest with you, I personally like the idea of making a movie out of the story for CD. I like that we're kind of going through the slowly building upon characters. I was low-key hoping that we would get, and I don't know what story it is, guys. I don't even know if it was based off a CD, because I haven't watched this since I was literally a little kid. There was an old, really, it's gotta have been 2000. There was an old movie about Sonic and Metal Sonic, and it was so bad that it was good. If I were to watch this, I would probably, I'd just like it because of the nostalgia. It didn't even have Sonic's voice at the time. The animation was so old, but it still holds near and dear to my heart. The only thing that I can tell you at the end of the movie where Metal Sonic was, falling into the lava and he's like, there is only one Sonic. That's the thing that stuck into my brain. They had the ice fight. I love that old movie, and I was hoping that this is where they would actually go, but I don't know if they would actually go there because that's such a niche movie to watch, right? But it's not just about what I think, okay? Let's take a look at what people had to say about this in replies to Screen Time, and this was honestly everywhere from the Explore page. You can find replies to this stuff everywhere, so it's not just replies over from Screen Time. Let's take a look at what everybody had to say about this, okay? Well, I know what color Maddie's shirt will be and who's getting teased at the end. And of course, if you guys didn't know, Maddie's shirt has been teasing the brand new characters. Again, this is where my brain went. I thought that Silver was going to come, and we know that Silver has such a really, really, really solid fan base. And you know what? I'm not above the idea that they will introduce Silver, especially if you want to talk about the time travel and everything. They could very well just mix in Sonic CD and Sonic 06, please both fan bases. I would imagine that they're going to stick with one, but I mean, I'm just saying he's not completely out of the question, okay? Let's continue on to Homie Santo. Makes sense. They played with portals and such. Can't wait to see what they come up with. I'd love to see all sorts of Jim Carreys everywhere. So true. And you know that Jim Carrey is open to actually coming back as Robotnik. Something that I said a little while ago in another video is I would love it if they just keep bringing Eggman back no matter what and just keep having him die a more gruesome death. But I think it would be hilarious for this Eggman to be dead, but they bring in all of these Eggmans from the past, from the future. I think that would be really cool because 2 Eggmans were really funny. But what about an infinite number of Eggmans? The potential for storytelling there is really, really nice. Let's continue on to... This is what I'm talking about. This movie. Stardust Speedway Showdown with Metal Sonic. Not a clue what Stardust Speedway Showdown is, but this is the movie that I was talking about. This movie right here. I think that would be so cool if they decided to follow that storyline, flush it out into a modern, really, really solid movie. It makes me want to just go back and watch it again. You know what? If I end up doing that, we're going to be posting a review onto the channel over here. I have been actually diving into my childhood nostalgia. My sister and I have been watching Sonic X again. It's been really fun, man, because we're trying to get my baby. If you guys haven't followed me from any other channel, I just had a baby and she is 9 months old now. She's getting aware, so we're showing her TV. She's figuring out her favorite movies and stuff. And my sister and I wanted to take a trip down memory lane, and we've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. We've been watching Sonic X. It is so nostalgic, and I am legitimately going to be posting reviews to both of those things. My baby has zero interest, and then it just ends up my sister and I just snacking and eating. What we've been doing is every weekend I go over to my parents to watch some fights, assuming that my friends aren't going to be watching fights. Sometimes I skip, but that's besides the point. Doesn't really matter. And my sister and I will hang out, we'll watch something. We've been watching some Impractical Jokers, some fail compilations, things like that. But now we've been watching Sonic X and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Man, it's filling me with such good feelings, man. Let's continue on to Best is West. Oh, so the next one is where it goes downhill. Got it. there's also a lot of people talking about things like this. Understandably so. I get why people don't like the multiverse thing. I mean, I understand why people don't like the time travel thing, but I do have faith at this point with the 3 movies that we've received from Sonic. I've loved every one of them, and I trust them. I trust them to tell a good story. I trust, like, this isn't just going to be a cameo fest like the MCU would do. I trust them to tell a beautiful story with time travel. Did everyone forget what the main mechanic in Sonic CD was or something? I forgot about this. I don't know why. Like, but then again, like, not a ton of people are talking about Sonic CD. I didn't think about Sonic CD until I actually, like, started going around and, like, just being excited as a Sonic fan. I was seeing what people wanted to say about it. I didn't know that. It just didn't clue into me. My brain went silver. My brain went Sonic 06. But Sonic CD is probably most likely what's going to happen. Let's continue on to what Zach had to say. So Eggman's alive, and an explosion from the space station, which had tons of chaos energy, and plunged Eggman and possibly Shadow into the future. Oh my god. Yeah. You know what? That wouldn't shock me. They could do the chaos control, chaos blast, whatever it is. They got sent into the future. Whatever happens, Eggman is coming back. Let's continue on. People think this means silver, but I think people need to remember that Sonic CD featured time travel as well as Amy and Metal Sonic. It makes sense that will be introduced with time travel. I hope they don't overload Sonic 4 with new characters, but concentrate on Amy and Metal Sonic and give them the great movie that they deserve. And they set up for Sonic 4, and what they set up, with Sonic 4 can lead to silver. Oh, that's tough, man, because I'm a huge Sonic fan. I would love for them to just bring in all of the new characters possible. I still want Team Chaotic. That's something that I would love to see. But I do have to agree. Amy and Metal Sonic are 2 fantastic characters. They deserve their story, and I think it would be best if they flushed out those characters. Perhaps they can introduce one more character, maybe a smaller character, maybe someone like a Big the Cat, you know? But I do think it would be best to not just, like, start traveling in dimensions, start traveling through time to kind of just, hey, look, here's a new Sonic character. Just take some, like, insignificant character maybe and show it to us. Maybe we can get Big, like, walking around going, Froggy, have you seen Froggy? Has anybody seen Froggy? Froggy, there you are, Froggy. And then we can dive into some memes too, like, find the computer room. So cringe when I say that. X Vice had this to say, it's all downhill from here. Sonic 3 set the bar of quality so high. Achieving the same level of success, especially when having to pull material from games that didn't sell as well as SA2, Battle is a recipe for disappointment. Silver fans will be pleased, but I'm looking more forward to the possibility of being proven wrong. Perhaps they'll hobble together something very inspired. You know what I love about this? You can have your opinion on it, but I love the fact that you're looking forward to the possibility of being proven wrong. You're giving the movies a chance because we have all had fantastic experiences with these movies. To be honest with you, I think that it's possible that they can match Sonic 3. I didn't think that Sonic 3 blew the other 2 movies out of the water. I thought it was great, but I also really, really liked the second movie, man. I really liked it. But Sonic 3, it's clear that they're finding their stride. They're not afraid to actually, like, dive into what Sonic fans really, really want to see. Like, for example, they had Live and Learn in the movie. I don't know why we were listening to Queen in the first movie or whatever, whenever they showed Queen. Like, there are so many great tracks to pull from. I don't think it's downhill from here at all. I trust these writers at this point, and I'm very excited to see what product they are going to give us. There is so much story to pull from and so much inspiration that they can pull from things like comics, old games, flushed out characters. I can't wait to see what they do with Metal Sonic, and I can't wait to see what they do with Amy. Let's continue on to another reply. You can tell the age of Sonic fan who says this is referencing Sonic CD versus Sonic 06. You know what's funny is I grew up with Sonic CD, but my brain still went to Sonic 06, but I understand for the most part, he's absolutely correct when he said this. Let's continue on over to Calx. Amy, Metal Sonic, time travel. It's a fucking Sonic CD movie. It literally is that simple, man. It probably is. I don't know if anybody else had the same, like, thought process as myself when we were talking about this, but regardless, I am extremely excited. You know what else I'm excited for, though? You, to watch my Sonic 3 review. You can check that out right here. We dive into the entire story, and I would love to have you guys over there. Thank you for watching. Take care.